Hello, Allison Livingston here. So glad we're in talking about connection parenting, my very favorite topic. Um, I just have such a great feeling about how to face resistance because it's so hard, it's so juicy, and there is a shift that you can make that's not, I would say, easy, but it's straightforward and possible. And it will transform your relationship with your children. At least it did for me. So let's get into it. This is when your children are not cooperating. You ask them to set the table, you ask them to leave the park, you ask them to um, any number of things that you think are completely reasonable. And often the hardest times are when I've gone out of my way to make their life wonderful by taking them to the park, by providing a meal, whatever the case. And so I'm really not prepared to hear anything but, oh, of course, Mama, let me jump right to that. So one of the things I just want to point out is that I'm more susceptible to getting into this power struggle, fixed mindset, zero sum game situation when my tank is empty. It's often at the end of the day, or it's when I have an expectation because I've done something really efforted for them. So I just want to put that out there that our job is to get our needs met and to fill our tank. Again, I know, not easy during a pandemic while we're full-time parenting or part-time parenting or working in parenting or all the different scenarios, but how full my tank is one of the factors. So my daughter, let's just say, won't leave the park or won't do her homework, won't do something, says, no, I won't. You can't make me. Well, again, especially if my tank is low, react. I'm pissed. I'm frustrated. I want to slap her. I can't do that. But my whole system has this millions of years old reaction. I'm triggered. I feel threatened by her resistance, by her not supporting me, by her not cooperating. And instead of feeling the anger, frustration, or maybe I am feeling that, um, I go to my old patterns because, again, my whole limbic system is firing. My heart rate's going fast, my blood is pumping. I'm literally ready to get my fist going. And in fact, I have these I think jujitsu or some kind of gloves, but I got them when I was doing in-person classes. I'm ready to fight, right? My whole system is like, oh yeah, you're gonna say no to me? Yeah, bring it. I'm fired up, and nothing is rational. This is just all coming from within. And sometimes I also could have a shame response. I could go, oh, I don't know how to parent. I'm not enough. Other parents do better than me, and I'm defensive. So this is our old patterns. And I just want you to get a visual because I'm a super visual learner. This is our limbic system at work. We just come like this. But I can't connect to my child like this. So what do? I'm here. This is real. I've been, something in me is activated, some old response, something from my own childhood, something. And it's just almost, it's just a reaction. So it's hard. And I just want to point out that what happens is real. My daughter said, no, I won't leave now. That could be recorded on a camera. That's the observation. What I make of it is the 10 different thoughts that are so quick I probably am not even aware of them, of how dare she, and oh, if my mother was hearing her, oh, she would have gotten a slap, and that's wrong, and she's disrespecting me. And these are all the thoughts. Or I'm too tired, I just can't handle one more thing right now. Those are all the thoughts that we either assume or project or just think. And that's the part we have control over. But in the moment of fired up resistance, the first thing we need to do is anchor. So, what can we do instead of fighting or shaming ourselves? You've heard this before. It's pause, it's breathe, it's anchor yourself to your worthiness, to your enoughness, to your wholeness. That's really hard to do in a moment of so I'm not saying, again, this is easy, but with practice. So here's the shift in the thinking that is so transformational. Their behavior is not at me. It's not to me. They're not doing this to me. That is the critical shift to unhook, because there's a lot going on. They're triggered, then I'm triggered. It's a mess, right? So we're not doing it to each other. That's the critical shift in thinking. Really? My daughter isn't doing this to annoy me? No. She's doing this behavior to meet her own needs. But I'm not in a place in this moment of fired up to be able to be curious about her. But when I can realize, when I can remember and practice, and when I'm not triggered, write down, oh yeah, I went to that workshop, or I joined that membership and I learned, yes, hard, challenging behavior is not about me. I take it to be about me because that's my habit. And my system feels threatened by it because that's its habit. But when I can anchor and calm and come from my best whole self, I realize those thoughts I've put on, that she's being disrespectful, she shouldn't be doing this, all those zero-sum game things, that is the part I'm adding. And that's fiction. I can't be inside her head. I don't know. All I see is her behavior, and all I experience is my reaction. Can I support myself? Can I just pause? Can I go, wow, her wolfy behavior of resistance is about her meeting her own needs. Wow, that was such a game changer to me, that she wasn't doing it to me, to be able to unhook from her behavior to me. And so then I can encourage her and be curious about feeling feelings. Again, this is the chicken or the egg. Do I go to myself and try to work with my own feelings, my own needs? Do I have time for that in the moment because there are people at the park watching us, or maybe my mother-in-law or mother is there, and so that adds a whole nother layer. But the key is to go to feelings. What am I feeling? And not just stuff them, but just name them and experience them. And those feelings are messengers about what matters, what is deeply important to my daughter and to me. So can I put my detective hat on? I'm okay, I'm worthy, I'm whole, I'm enough. She's worthy, whole, and enough. There's not a problem here. That's again another thought we layer on top. It's not a problem. It's a chance to learn and connect. And a great sentence is, something's important here. What do I need to know? That's something you can say to your child. You can say to yourself, wow, something's important here. What do I need to know? I wonder what is going on for her. She's probably needing power in her world. She's maybe needing rest. She's maybe needing some quiet. She's maybe overstimulated. If she didn't see anyone she knows at the park, she's maybe feeling lonely. There's so much going on below the surface. So the key question is, what are the unmet needs right now? What are the unmet needs? And unhooking for whatever behavior my child is doing to resist, it's not about me. So I am so glad we're on this topic. I would love any yeah buts, any feedback, any questions, and I'd love you to try this. So next time your son or daughter resists something, doesn't cooperate, if you can, resistance is trying to communicate an unmet need. It's not doing it to me. It's not disrespect. It's not about me at all. It's about their unmet needs. I would love you to just practice that, write it down, put it on a sticky note. The other one that I use is don't fix. I'm such a fixer, and that's my old pattern. And I want to, solve her problem. But that is a spiritual bypass. That's jumping over the feelings she and I need to feel that points us to the needs that really matter. That's where the life juice is. So that's the other one I write down. This is not about me. There are unmet needs here. Don't fix. So I'd love you to try those and tell me what you think. And there is a membership for additional support if you've got a challenging home situation. Again, you're not alone. I have been there when I just wanted to smack my child because my lid was so flipped. And we know we can't. And if we can hold ourselves back, amazing. It's never too late to make a repair if we do say something or do something that we didn't intend. So you're amazing. You're a great parent. The fact that you're here is amazing and wonderful. Just keep showing up. This is an infinite game, and we need a growth mindset and these tools. And again, you've got this. So give yourself a pat on the back. See you next week, and keep the comments and posts coming. Welcome new members.